Alright farmers, it's Wednesday the 18th of October and we're back with some mods. So first up is Cream Factory. This is by OTG Gaming, 4.75 megabyte on the download. And this is ace, I must admit. Obviously it's a dairy of sorts, but we'll get back to that in a minute. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 70 grand to place down, and it's going to do your usual dairy shenanigans, but a few different things as well. So come up to it like that. Production chain menu just there, so you can be able to make butter, cheese, chocolate. You can also make chocolate milk, whipped cream, sour cream, and cream cheese. Oh, indeed. So obviously butter, cheese, and chocolate, standard sort of things on the go there. But there is another thing there. You need to add pallets in, empty pallets. We'll come back to that in a minute. And then for the recipes for the chocolate milk, so you've got milk, chocolate, and empty pallets, obviously. You then got whipped cream, which needs milk, pallets, and butter. Sour cream needs whipped cream, pallets, and what that is, number 10, well, not number 10, quantity of 10 going into this recipe, iodized salt, fair enough. And then cream cheese on the end needs whipped cream, pallets, and cheese. Right, fair enough. So we're going to need pallets and iodized salt. I got you covered, because with this mod you can just buy them from the shop. There you are, iodized salt 1000 for 1000 litres, empty pallets 380 for 2000 litres. Job's a good one, no problem. So we'll come around the back here, that's where you chuck all your stuff in, and then down this side is your pallet spawn point. Obviously the butter, cheese and the chocolate there, standard shenanigans, so I've just gone for the extra 4 we got on the go there. So we got this one here, so that's your whipped cream 1000 litres, and you got your chocolate milk, you then got your cream cheese, and you then got your sour cream on the end. Now you can't pick any of them up, they are too, I'm saying that you can't pick any of them up. I can pick that one up, that's interesting. Oh, we can't pick the milk up, right, fair enough, we can pick that one up. Yeah, I suppose milk, you know, is a liquid, liquids are heavy. I like that though, something different. Now, it does say on the website that there's this sell point that comes with this mod. Now, I couldn't find it, but indeed, if we go into this menu there, and we'll go up to the stuff we're trying to sell. So we've got there, whipped cream, cream cheese, sour cream, chocolate milk. Sell everything container. So that one I got placed down over there from your normal setup shenanigans. You can sell that stuff there. Oh, not a problem indeed. I like that. I mean, the builder looks great as well. And you got the weathered look coming off of the grating there. It looks ace. Oh, something different from your dairy. Right, we're sticking with the modern OTG Gaming for the next one, because this is ace. Magic Bean Production Coffee. Again, obviously by OTG Gaming, as was already said. 21.06 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find these in a few different places, because we've got all these things over here. Now, I may not have placed them down in the correct order of what you'd normally use for a production cycle, but we'll go through it anyway. So in the construction menu, we'll go into the first one there, and the first two are going to be under productions and greenhouses. So we've got this one here, coffee house small, so that's going to be 3 grand. We then got coffee house big, fair enough. Obviously they're going to make your coffee bean, is it coffee beans? Coffee pods? Coffee pods, yeah, we'll go with that. Next to that, we've got this. In the production chain menu. And we'll scroll along to find them. So this one here is going to be your jelly shop. Alright, fair enough. We've then got this one here, which is your magic bean house. We've then got this one here, which is your coffee shop. We've then got this one here. Now let's come back to that one, because that's the actual pallet company. If you wanted to make your own pallets, you chuck the wood in there like you normally would do, and make your pallets and wood chips. You can buy them from the shop with this mod as well. Obviously from the same modder, just buy the pallets, it's a lot easier. And then obviously at the end you have got these sell points. So we've got this one here, 55 grand, sell all the new stuff off. Fair enough. I mean, I put the, is it a carpentry? I'm going to say it's a carpentry rather than a sawmill. I put it there, as obviously it's part of this mod, but I wouldn't bother. I'd just buy them from the shop, it's a lot easier. So we got this one here, you got the first greenhouse, come to it like that, open it up, there you are, so you come in, go production chain menu, so it only requires water. Both of the greenhouses, is the other one a greenhouse? I'm going to say it's more like a converted chicken coop, but alright. All they require is water, so you chuck it in at the water point. You then get coffee pods coming out. Fair enough. Now, you can't pick these up. They are 1,400 litres, 1.3 tonne. So you are going to need a forklift truck with that one. And obviously, down this end, there's your pallet spawn point for that. We then got the jelly factory. And we got the magic bean mill, grain house, bean house. We'll go with that. So basically, what you want to do is get the pods out of the greenhouses, chuck them straight into here, and then once it's finished doing its magic in there, it will then go to either the jelly house or the coffee shop. This one should be part there. Put them in the wrong direction. Right, fair enough. So we'll go into this one here. Obviously, you got your loading in point, pallet spawn point. This is going to make coffee beans. Fair enough. And also coffee cherry. Alright, so click on that. So you got coffee beans. There you are, and the output is going to be your bean and your cherry. So obviously, you get your coffee pods from your greenhouses, chuck your water in, obviously empty pallets, and then it gets those two things coming out. Then after that, if you wanted to go down this route, on the jelly factory, jelly shop, whatever you want to call it, loading in point there, production chain menu here. So this is going to be strawberry jelly, grape jelly, and then cherry jelly. So obviously, depending on which one you go for, depends on what goes in. So strawberry jelly requires strawberries and pallets. Grape jelly requires grapes and pallets. And then cherry jelly requires that coffee, cherry, and pallets. So if you've done that bit and you've got that pallet of coffee cherry, bang it in here, make some cherry jelly. Fair enough. I mean, down this side is going to be your pallets. Can we pick these up? 432. No, they're a bit heavy. So you got your grape jelly there, you got your strawberry, and then you got your cherry jelly. Oh, fair enough indeed. Now, obviously, it all gets done, it all gets sorted out and made into whatever, and then you bring it to the coffee shop. You melody your magic, coffee house, magic coffee. Oh, hey, so you're going to make out of this one here, roasted coffee and cherry tea. I do like a nice cup of tea. Yorkshire tea, mind you. I mean, my wife's bought PG tips. I'm not quite sure what she's doing, but alright, fair enough. So your pallet spawn point, your loading in point is here by these doors. The icon's not there, but it works fine. Not a problem. So then we'll go into the production chain menu just there. There we are. So you got roasted coffee or cherry tea. So roasted coffee needs your coffee beans from your mill, coffee house, whatever you want to call it. Wood chips and then pallets. And then cherry tea requires that coffee cherry and pallets as well. Fair enough. And obviously, you know, with this, if you want to make your own pallets, you chuck it all in there. Obviously, hit the sell wood icon. Your pallets are going to spawn here. You got your production chain menu down here. There we are. So we'll click on that. So that's going to require wood in and then pallets. Or if you want to do with planks, mind you, do wood or planks. Make your pallets. Job's a good one. I wouldn't. I'd just go for buying them at the shop. It's a lot easier. And then obviously once you've made all your stuff, bring them over here, sell them off. Job's a good one. But if you don't want to place one of these down, all the stuff gets sold off to the sell everything container as well. Obviously these two mods, the old, dairy, creamery, whatever you want to call it, and this one, maybe I'll say modder, they all get sold off at the sell everything container. Oh, that's ace. Creamy coffee. Love it. Right, next up is Warm Cotton Processing. This is by Klein Farmer 81, 2.9 megabyte on the download. You're going to find both of these in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find them. There we are. So they're going to be 100 grand each. You've got the option of a tailor shop, and then we've got the spinnery just there. Now, they are based on standard base game buildings according to the website, although alright, fair enough, is what it is. But what these are for is if you want extra capacity, so the normal ones, the normal standard base game ones aren't producing it quick enough for you. Right, fair enough. So you got your loading in point, pallet spawn point just there, and you've got your production chain menu just there, so click on that. So fabric goes in, that's going to be making clothes, so 1440 cycles a month, that's alright. And then obviously we got the second one, the spinnery. Got your production chain menu there. So that's going to do 1440 a month as well. Wool and cotton going in. And then down this end. Well, there's your pallet spawn point anyway. And this end down here, there we are, is your loading in point. Oh, fair enough. I mean, if you want something a little bit quicker out of your wool and your cotton, these pair will do you nicely. Right, next up is Brazilian Home. This is by Connect Modding and Super Shoes. 12.23 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under buildings and farmhouses, as you can well imagine. So we'll scroll back along. There we are. 150 grand to place down. And it's a farmhouse. But in the Brazilian style. So you've got a nice little porch at the front. So you've got your wardrobe trigger just there for you. And then, over here, open up the door. And then it's your sleep trigger. I'm not quite sure we'd have a kip in the kitchen, mind you, but oh, fair enough. I mean, that's the only part of the house I can get into. And I close the door. That's that door closing. All right, fair enough. Obviously, you know, it is a decoration, really, at the end of the day. I know we get some of these houses that you do have the inside as well, which is nice when they come, but a farmhouse is just having a kip in. Fair enough. That'll do you nicely. We're sticking with the same modder for the next one. So this is Brazilian Storage Shed, also by Connect Modding and Super Shoes. 5.57 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this one in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 60 grand to place down. So if you've gone for your Brazilian house, you want a Brazilian shed as well. Fair enough. Nice little side piece on the go there. And you come up to it like that. Open up the gates. There we are. Job's a good one. And you've got the gates at the other end. Open up those as well. So you've got a drive-through option on the go. Is that light switch there? Ooh. Oh, turn the lights on. See where you're going in the dark? Yeah, give yourself a little Brazilian feel on your farm. Very nice. And next up is Old Storage Shed. This is by Black Sheep Modding. 5.96 megabyte on the download. You're going to find both of these, because we've got this one and that one. They're two separate ones, in the construction menu and under buildings and silos. So scroll along to find them. So there you are. Obviously, these are going to be for your bales and your pallets. 550 a piece. That's all right. And you got left or right hand. So you got the one end open, left hand, right hand, whichever one you go for. 10 grand each. They are both the same. So you got your... There you are. Now it's empty. Loading in point there. Taking out point there. Obviously, I can't click on anything. I haven't got anything in there. Both the same. Ah, fair enough. Somewhere to store your pallets and bales. Right, next up is Storage Hall. This is by Agra Modding. 8.94 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in a construction menu and under buildings and sheds. There it is. 128 grand to buy. And as its name would suggest, it's a shed. Storage Hall. Whatever you want to call it. Come up to it like that. Open up the gates. Fair enough. And does that one open up as well? Is that concertina door on the go? Oh, it is. I'm going to get myself locked in here. No. Right, we'll stop that right there. Then we come down here. We've got another door on the side. Open up that one. Open up. Can we open up that one as well? Looks like we can. Maybe not from the inside. But from the outside. Ah, there you are. Oh, another concertina door on the go. So just be careful on that one, mind you. But I like it. I mean, the framework inside. I mean, you got the concrete bit. So you normally just chuck a load of crops down on the floor. Yeah, very nice. And next up is Small Barn. This is by Doodoo. 4.97 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it not in barns, because it's not a barn. It's a hayloft. Let's face it, it's a hayloft. In the buildings and silos section. So we'll scroll along to find it. Ah, there we are. 15 grand to place down. 250,000 litre capacity. Chuck your stuff in there. I like this. Nice bit of junk out the front. Bit of woodwork. You know, you've been chopping up some wood, some firewood for the cold months. Fair enough. I mean, you have got a little cubby. You could put something in there if you wanted to. Can we get in there? No, fair enough. So you want to park like a little, I don't know, trailer, little vehicle. Yeah, do it in there. And then around this side is where you take your stuff out. That being said, though, I like that. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Small Open Shed. This is by Pleasant View Farms. 1.51 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in a construction menu and under animals and cows. There you are. 25 grand to place down. And obviously, it's somewhere for your cows. Now, it does say it doesn't produce slurry. So if you put a slurry tank down, you're going to be disappointed. But also, it doesn't produce milk either. Alright, fair enough. It's one of those fattening up sort of sheds. Yeah, if you're doing your beef cattle. Right, fair enough. Animal dialogue box, 30 goes in there, and you can open up this gate like that. And once you get inside, is your trigger for your feed and your straw. You've also got your manure starting to spawn here, and that gate opens as well if you wanted to, so you have a bit of a drive if you want to go. Yeah, it's a nice little shed. Oh, oh, you stay there. You stay there, my little beef burger. Oh, I like it though. Something a little small, little fattening up shed for you. Very nice. My next up is BR Metal Sheds. This is by Gian FS, 20 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find all 4 of these in the construction menu and under sheds, as you could well imagine. So we've got 4 different versions here. You've got 16 gram ones, that's going to be open on all sides. We then got the 18 gram version, which has got sort of like a low brick wall on the go. We then got the 22 gram version, which has got the metal sides on, and then on the end we got the 20 gram version, which has got the brick wall and the metal sides. So the one on the end that's got all the stuff on is more expensive than the one with this bit. And then unless they're going for like an aeration block sort of thing, but I like them though. I mean, obviously drive-through options on all of them. Yeah, I mean, you know, these look like down the road from me, you got an industrial park. And obviously, if you can imagine like walls and windows and whatever, like the archways and the metalwork on that just reminds me of them. I like them. Very nice. And next up is Old Prussian Farmhouse. This is by Farmer 5 Tom, 32.91 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu. And for some strange reason, and we'll see in a minute, under farmhouses. Right, so you got it there. 90 grand to place down. It's called Farmhouse Locksmith. Alright, okay, fair enough. So we'll come up to it like that. Open up the front doors. Not a problem. Oh, a little bit of a seating area, mind you. Go through this door. No, we can't go through that door because you go through this door and it's a workshop. That's all right, actually. Having a workshop by your house, not a problem. And come around here, we've got a bit of a hayloft shed, whatever you want to call it. And you can open up those doors. And then you can open up those doors as well. So you have a bit of a... That's better. You have a bit of a drive-through option on the go. We've got a hayloft up the ladder here. Now we have got something nice here. Open up this hatch. It's right over by the front door, so if you wait for your wife to come out, you know, she's shouting you for your tea. Oh, come on, Farmer Andy. Just drop something on her head, like a cow pat or something. Oh, yes. That's ace. And this is where it gets a bit strange, because it's under farmhouses and there's no sleep trigger. And you can do this. Yeah, I'm not sure you're supposed to be able to do that. Because you can get out there like that from that wall. Yeah, that's right. But, oh, no, we're back in again. And, no, we're not supposed to do that. Yeah, this may need an update. I mean, unless I'm missing something completely, there shouldn't be like a sleep trigger or something. I mean, the workshop's ace. And that little hatch over the front door where you can drop something on your wife, that's brilliant as well. But that bit there... Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Wooden Shed. This is by Naymug Mod. 14.81 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find all 3 of these in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll along to find them. There we are. So the first one we got there, 16 grand. That's got a 15,000 litre capacity. We'll come back to that in a minute. We then got the next one, which is 16 grand, also with a 15,000 litre capacity. And then we've got the one on the end, which is shed for 16 grand. Right, fair enough. So come in there like that. Obviously, it's going to be an area for you to store your stuff. Now, the capacity is actually a fuel tank. Yeah, come up to it like that. There you are. I can buy some diesel in. 15,000 litres. Plenty of storage space on the go. Oh, I like it inside, actually. That's all right. Then we'll come over to the next one. Pretty similar, although what I get from this is like some of it's built out, some of it's not. So you got this one here. This seems to be like the finished version. If you was going for like a role-play sort of scenario, I can say shenanigans then, but I suppose you could use the same word for both. We'll carry on. So you've got this one on the end, the first one. That's your done, ready to go sort of thing. You then got the middle one, which is like half built. So it's missing a couple of the walls. You're sort of halfway through the build. I mean, this one's still got the fuel tank there, 15,000 litre capacity. Not a problem. And then the first one is obviously just the frame. So if you wanted to go down the role play scenario, oh yeah, I'm going to build myself a shed, rather than just like, oh, I want to buy a shed, there you are, bang, and it's done. You could put this down. Oh yeah, we've built the framework or whatever, you know, do another harvest or whatever. Oh yeah, we put some walls up, do a bit of fertilising, cultivating. Oh, we've put the rest of the walls up. You could fit that into your roleplay. It's like a shed building all in one. Oh, I like it. Right, next up is Lizard Cow Barns. This is by Mr. Hector, 48.66 megabyte on the download. You're going to find all 4 of these, because there's 4 of them. And it takes up a lot of space, I must admit, in the construction menu and under animals and cows. So we've got these here. 484 grand is going to buy you this cow barn, 200 capacity on the cows. We then got a 688 grand to buy, 200 again, but obviously it's got the feeding robot on the side. It's alright actually, because I know the large barns have the feeding robot on a base game. This is like a medium barn. Fair enough. And then we move round to the back there. So we've got this one here. So it's going to hold 300 cows. That's 592 grand. And then we've got the roboted version just there for 796. Oh, that's all right. It's all right indeed. So you've got plenty of doors to be opening. Fair enough. You then got your slobby taking out points just there. We go into this one like that. We'll open up that door. And inside is going to be your food and where you put your straw. Now, if you don't want to put loose straw in, you can use a straw blower if you like. That's all right. Or just chuck bales in. Just there. Fair enough. And you got your milk taking out point just there. And you got your animal dialogue box just there for you. So 200 go in. And you could even open up that door and facilitate that going in if you wanted to. And obviously, we'll come down to the robot version. Now, you can change the colour on these as well before you place them down if you wanted to. Entirely up to you. And we'll come around this side like that. And obviously, you got your robot shenanigans on the go. So you got your hay, your straw, and your silage going in. Then you got your mineral feed goes in just there. Obviously, once an hour, it'll all come out. Robot will get going, and away it goes. And obviously, over here, you've got the bigger version. So you got the robot one just down here as well. Obviously, same thing applies. Even with the robot ones, you can feed them if you like. It's not a problem. So everything's in the same place. Yeah, I like it. I mean, you've got these gates open as well if you wanted to. Yeah, very nice. Right, so next up is Lizard Silos. This is by Pazemic 23433, 41.37 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these, and these are ace, in the construction menu and under 2 places. First off, it's going to be under silos. So we'll scroll along to find the first lot. There we are. So we've got 6 under silos, and then we've got these silo extensions that are placed behind it. Fair enough. So we've got this one here, the H5144. So that's going to be costing you 6 grand. It's going to be 4,690. We then got the 8 version, which is 5,670, and then 7 grand to buy. We then got the 5 version. All right, fair enough. 7,870 for 8 grand. We then got the 514 itself, 12 grand. 12,480 to buy. You then got 19,650 for the 5141, 15 grand. And then you got the Z7114, 38,400 for 20 grand. Those numbering systems don't make any sense, but all right, fair enough. And then obviously along the back row is going to be the silo extensions for all of them. So it's the same thing. It's the tank just going in. Obviously you got 4,690 there, 5, 6, and then that one's 7, 8, and then that one's 12,000, and then that one's 19,000, and on the end 38,400. So it's basically the tank without all the extra gubbins at the front. But what makes these ace as well is you can put all this away. Come up to it like that. There you are. So dismantle grain auger B, puts that bit in. And you go up to that bit as well if you wanted to. Dismantle the blower, puts it all away. Fair enough. Well, when you're ready to load some stuff into it, just go up to it again. And it will say install. Install both. And they all work the same. All the silos work. So obviously the extensions don't. But all these on the front work the same. That's ace. Love it. Now, if those silos are a little bit small for you, we've got this one. The placeable KS67 grain silo by AAA Modding, 13.08 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find this in the construction menu and under buildings and silos. So we'll scroll along to find this one. Oh, there we are. Gone past it. 250 grand. It's going to hold 1.2 million. Yeah, that's quite a lot more than those, I must admit. So you got your loading in, taking out points just there. That looks ace. I like that. That is not... Obviously, it's a lot more space than the other ones we've just seen, but still, that looks awesome. 1.2 million litre capacity as well. Oh, love it. And next up is the John Deere 608C 708C. This is by STX Farms, 3.48 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find them under headers. Now, these are going to be for your corn and your sunflowers. Just bear that in mind. 6 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 58 grand to buy. Then you've got the 608C option or the 708. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't seem to be doing a lot. Alright, fair enough. You then got the main colour, dark plastic or John Deere yellow. Does the bits on the end. Oh, fair enough. I mean, you've got one of these harvesters on the go, a John Deere harvester. This will fit in nicely. And next up is the CNH 3162 Terraflex Draper. This is by Custom Modding, 49.87 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find these under harvester headers. Now, there is a lot to these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. There's 16 headers in this pack. That's a lot. But it's fairly simple. And to be fair, it is fairly simple. Basically, you've got two options. You have got New Holland or you've got Case. Whichever one you want to go for, you've got those two options. So that narrows it down by half straight away. And you then got another two options. Do you want it as a normal header or do you want it with a trailer? That narrows it down again. So apart from that, I think there's only about 4 different options specifically in that sense. Now, all the options are the same on all of them. It's basically just adding the Prairie Wind system. So you can have it on any of them. Whether it's this one or one with a trailer on or a bigger one, whatever. That's your option. So even though there's that many in here, it's fairly simple. You just basically pick, do you want it on a trailer? Do you want to have to put it onto a trailer? And what size do you want? And what brand you want? That's ace. So we've got a 9.1 metre. We then got a 10.6, a 12.1, a 13.7. And then we go into the other brand. That is ace. I mean, 9.1. I don't think there is a Draper header with one of those on there, is there? Not that I can remember anyway. So that's all right. I mean, if you're going for, medium farming shenanigans, and, that's when it gets a bit tricky putting a header on a trailer, that sort of size. Yeah, these will do you nicely. Right, next up is Lizard Z036 Medusa. This is by Hatchtail and EE, 9.26 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find it under mowers. So it's got a 32 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 1.7 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 1600 to buy. So it's going to be one of those sort of small farming shenanigans situations. That being said though, I do like it. I mean, you've got the option there of no cover or drum cover with apron or no cover. So if you want sort of like bare bones style, old school role play, go for that one. You then got V-belt cover. So you got with or without. Yeah, if you have it without, it's like, oh yeah, I've left it somewhere, I've lost a bolt, oh, I can't put it back on. Fair enough. Centre cover, so you got without cover or with, puts that bit on there. Then you got type of attachment, new type hitch, old type or new. Then you got the main colour, which is basically red or green, does the frame. Apron cover, now if we had the apron on, that'd be a good idea, there we are. We change that. It's black all the way up to grey. Yeah. I like it. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be doing massive fields with it, but yeah, very nice. I'm going to stick with mowers for the next one. This is the Lizard M166. This is by Smetty CMT, 3.74 megabyte on the download, and it's a mower. 40 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 160 metre working width. That's what it says there, 160. Yeah, I think they missed a decimal point off of that. 1.6 metre working width, 12 mile an hour working speed, 2.5 grand to buy. Then got the option of configuration, curtain, mower cover, nothing, or curtain. Belt cover, yes or no. And then main colour, you go for whichever one you want. Does the main framework. And then cover colour does the cover. I mean, again, like the previous one, you could go down the road of, oh, I've lost all the bolts for it. You just, make do with what you got. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is the Passenger Twist 7001. This is by Wolfex Modding, 5.44 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under manure spreaders. Now, only requires 20 horsepower requirement for me tractor. That's quite low. 8 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 17 grand to buy. You then got the option of without extension or with extension. So that puts it up to 10,000 litres instead of 7,000. And then you got without again. You got Lizard on the wheels, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, and then back to Lizard. And then you got the rim colour, red or white, basically. Fair enough. Little manure spreader for you. Right, next up is the Lizard 18T. This is by now. I'm gonna try and pronounce this. I apologise if I get this wrong in advance. Right. This is by Valik Erdrzenyi Nazevinishny and Madeira. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. I'll put it along the bottom of the screen just so you can see what the actual modder's name is before I proper butchered it. But alright, carry on. 3.25 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's a swivel axle. I don't particularly like swivel axles because I personally am terrible at reversing them. The mods themselves are very nice indeed. It's just me and the lack of skills that I have. 18,000 litre capacity on this one, 14 grand to buy. You then got the option of configuration standard, bale trailer or standard, wheel setup standard, twin wheels or standard again. Main colour, any one of those. We'll go for blue, does the main bodywork. Rim colour is obviously going to do the rims. That's an alright little trailer, that is. Right, next up is the Bergman GTW 430 Model Year 21. This is by Patrick, 16.32 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find this under auger wagons. 43,000 litre capacity, 300 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 87 grand. You then got the options of wheel brands, Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. You've got different options in there. Fair enough. Main colour is obviously going to do the main colour, so we'll go with that. Yeah, that's ace. And design colour is going to do the stripe down the middle, and then rim colour, as you imagine, is the rims. Oh, that's all right. That's all right indeed. Right, next up is the Kroger Seago Uno. This is by STV Modding, 2.76 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under dollies. So it's got a 12 grand price tag on it. You then got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, or back to Trelleborg. And the main colour, black or special. So it's the front hitch point on it. Turns it to galvanised steel. Fair enough. Rim colour, any one of those. That's alright, that is. I mean, obviously, dolly's a dolly. You used it behind a tractor to pull a massive trailer. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is the BM Volvo Snow Gear. This is by North Modding Company, 4.78 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under winter equipment. So we've got the snow bucket, the V snow plow, and then the dozer snow plow. Fair enough. Now, these are all going to be used on front loaders and also telehandlers. Interesting. So we've got the bucket itself first, 2,500 litre capacity, 900 to buy. Then you've got the attacher type, so you've got wheel loader, front loader, telehandler, or wheel loader. It's pretty much everything. Although bar skid steer, but they're not, probably a bit big for a skid steer, mind you. Then you've got the colour, black or yellow. Fair enough. You then got the V snowplow. These are ace. Obviously, normal snowplows chuck it out to the side. This just goes down the middle of the road. It doesn't care. It's just getting it out of the way. Oh, fair enough. 3 metre working width on it. 1,300 to buy. Again, wheel loader, front loader, or telehandler. Again, main colour, black or yellow. I like the black, actually. You know, with the yellow, you can't really see the bottom lip. Put the black on, though. See the detail of that bottom edge. Oh, that's ace. That is ace. And then the last bit of this one is the dozer snowplow. 1,200 to buy, 3 metre working width on it again. Same options, front loader, telehandler and wheel loader, and then black or yellow. That being said, though, I do like that. The V snowplow in black. Very nice. Right, next up is handsaw. This is by Valek, 0.2 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find these under chainsaws. Interesting. 200 to buy, that's it. It just buys it for you, and then it gets put in your pocket. So, we'll swap it out. Turn it around like that. Obviously, usual rules apply with operating one of these. You just do the same, get the yellow, well, green actually, icon like that. Oh, that's ace. It's not like the normal chainsaw sound. It is actually the sawing of the wood. That's brilliant. We'll do that again. Oh, I like that. That is ace. Obviously, you know, you're going to be using it to chop up logs and whatever, but just having the different sound on it, that's awesome. Oh, love that. Right, next up is the Vermeer BC 1000 XL. This is by FS Miner and Alston82. 4.69 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under forestry equipment. So, it requires 87 horsepower from your donor vehicle. It's got a 0.1 thousand litre capacity. It's a wood chipper. It hasn't got a capacity, but alright, fair enough. 38 grand to buy. The only option is to change the rim colours. It's a wood chipper. Obviously, you hook it all up. You know, you're just going to shoot it into a trailer of some description. Yeah, fair enough. My next up is the Lizard 53-foot Tridem log trailer. This is by Howbuilt MFG and Ham. 4.4 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find this under forestry equipment. So, 80 grand to buy. The options are main colour. We should do this like that. There you are. And then rim colours. Now, obviously, it's a log trailer, so it's going to be there to be holding wood down. Which is fair enough, fairly simple. Obviously, hooks up to the back of a truck. Nice. Right, next up is the Gorenk Terrasofter Pack. This is by Wolfex Modding, 46.99 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under cultivators. Now, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in this pack, and they're all pretty similar, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. So we've got the 2.5 2 litre, we then got the 2.5 S 2 litre, we then got the 3 metre 2 litre, we then got the 3 metre 3 litre, we then got the 3 metre S 2 litre, and then the 3 metre S 3 litre. Indeed. I mean, they've all got the option to be able to do a bit of seeding at the same time, so apart from a little bit of horsepower, which is different, and the capacities on the actual seeding parts, 2.5 to 3 metre working width. Alright, fair enough. We'll go into the biggest one then. So this has got a 3 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 13 even, I'm going to say 16 grand then, 13,635 to buy. Then you've got the option, same as all the others, APV, then got a seeder option if you wanted to, or then nothing. So the APV gives it a 300 litre tank. The seeder gives it a 1500. Fair enough. Main colour is going to do light blue or black. Oh, actually, no. Have it in the black. Well, grey, whatever you want to call it. That looks awesome. I mean, I know it's only a 3 metre, but still, that looks brilliant. And you've got the seeder option on the back as well. Oh, very nice. Next up is the Cargo XK24. This is by University Moon Modding, Nicky Duke 55, 15.92 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 33,900 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 46,365. We then got the options of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and back to Trelleborg. You've got a capacity, we can change that, put it up to 40,200. 48,700, and then back to the 33. I like that. Nice little trailer. I mean, even like with the sides on 48,000, that's all right. Very nice. My next up is the Fiat 480. This is by Pepe978, 15.81 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under small tractors. Now, this is ace. You want something for your old school shenanigans. 50 horsepower from the engine, 20 mile an hour top speed, 6,900 to buy. Then you've got the option of front weight. So you've got 200 kilo, 320, or front weight. Then you've got exhausts, you've got long or short. Then you've got wheel setup standard, wheel weights 2, and then standard. Configuration license plate. So you can have it set as the map, or a 70s license plate, or back to the map. That's all right. That is all right indeed. Then you've got the main colour, orange, orange, or orange. And then rim colour. Oh, let's go with that. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, I like that. An old school tractor. Right, we're sticking with the old school tractors for this one, and with the modder, because this is also by Pepe978. This is a New Holland 18055, 18.57 megabyte on the download. You'll find this one under medium tractor zone. So 180 horsepower, it's got an 8 mile an hour top speed, 51 grand. And you've got the options of configuration, standard, 500 kilo front weight, 800 kilo front weight, rear linkage, so puts that on the back like that. Then you've got the rear linkage with the front weight, 500, 900, and then back to standard. You then got wheel setups, it's tracks or road tracks. Fair enough, so you want to protect the road a little, because obviously those can dig in a little once it gets going. Go for the road ones. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Right, next up is the JCB 714. This is by Kenny456, 15.27 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, this is a dumper truck. Let's face it, this ace. 170 horsepower, 24 mile an hour top speed, 9,000 litre capacity on the back, 80 grand. Although we have got a couple of optional extras, so we'll get rid of them. There you are. So that's your 80 grand base version. So we then got the capacity. We can change that up to 20,000 litres, 30,000 litres, or back to 9. No, leave it at 30. That's ace. Then got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. Beacons, yes or no. Attachers, trailer hitch or no. Main colour is obviously going to be the main colour. And then rim colour, oh, chrome, yes. That's awesome. JCB dump truck. Love it. And the last one for the day is the Russell Mash 1403 pack. This is by Lucas, 21.14 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find a harvester, as you can imagine, on the harvesters. And then the headers under the headers. Fair enough. So we've got the RSM 1403, 442 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed, 221 grand. You then got Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, Mitas, or back to Trelleborg. Fair enough, a simple forage wagon. You then got under the headers itself, the PF307, so 3.1 metre working width, 350 horsepower requirement, 12 mile an hour working speed, 18 grand. It's a bit like a grass pickup. Fair enough. And then we've also got this, the 600R, 440 horsepower. That's a point. Oh yeah, it did have enough. That's fine. That's fine. I've seen something totally different. 440 horsepower requirement from your harvester. 6 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 70 grand. Doing a bit of forage work. I like that. I mean, obviously the 6 metre and the small harvester from Russell Mash. Yeah. I like it. Very nice. We've also got a new map, so we've got the Elm Rochester by AE Mapping, 206.22 megabyte on the download. We've got a few updates as well, so we've got Large Ground Stains by Agracadabra, European Fence Pack by The Law, Lizard Silos with Liquid Storage by The Law, Shovel by ADub Modding and ABP Team, Hauer SGS 2600 by ADub Modding ABP Team, TLX 9000 series by 82 Studio, the map Forest Challenge by ABT Frankie. That says there's no new save is required on that, so that's alright. And the map Alma, Missouri, US by Bookie. Now that doesn't need a new save either, so that's ace. So that's your mods done for you. Why not hit that join button? Come join us on Andy's Farm. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.